Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So, first of all, I offer my Dandavata, my obeisances, humble obeisances to my spiritual masters. Savitri Bhakti Goswami Maharaj, Savitri Vedanta Samasya Prabhupada, Savitri Sasya Goswami Maharaj, all our Guru Parampara, because asking for their mercy. I also offer my obeisances to all the devotees. Devotas in Spanish. Devotos y devotas. Everybody here asking also for your mercy. And for the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, we are all here again. And this is really a great mercy, to stay together and to have the chance to share something that is really worth to share, that is really important for ourselves. Must be two proper consideration when we share things. One is that the person who is speaking is in the proper position to speak. I'm not saying that I'm in that position, but I try following the instruction of my Guru, instruction of Sadhu Maharaja, who asked me to do this service. So in this way I'm sure that thanks to their mercy, I can make this service. And this is something that has to be also clear, that I'm here to speak, but I'm here to make a service. It's not that I'm a speaker and you are a listener. We are all servants. We are all servants of the servants. And we make this service, now at this moment it happened that I was asked to do this service of speaking. I do it, try to do it in a humble way, following the instruction of the devotees. And you do the service of listening in this way. And the one who listens has to have this strong desire to hear what we are saying. Sanaka Rishi told to Sutta Goswami at the beginning of the Bhagavata, he said, we are here and you are the person in the proper position to tell us what we want to hear. We are eager to hear. We are very eager to hear these topics. So in this way the communication can be proficient, can be useful for both. Parikshit Maharaj, he had, just for a glass of water, he committed a very big mistakes, big offenses that cost the life to him. He was thirsty, and he went and he put this snake on the neck of the sage who was in meditation, and because of this the sun cursed him to die. So he was thirsty, and for one glass of water he did this mistake. But after, when he was listening to Harikatha with this eagerness, after 4 days and 4 nights without drinking, without eating, without sleeping, the Goswami was talking, Sukadeva Goswami, he told him, okay, now we make a pause. So you can rest a little bit, you can drink something, you can eat something. No, he said, I'm completely satisfied because I'm drinking whatever is coming out from your lotus mouth. So this is the Harikatha. We can be completely satisfied in our heart when we listen the proper Harikatha. So we try to follow in the steps of our gurus, and that's why we ask their mercy to satisfy this eagerness, to satisfy this desire that we have to listen to these topics, because these topics can bring us in the proper platform where we should live continuously, platform of the soul. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was asked twice from the devotee that were going to Jagannath-puri to visit him, how to enhance their bhakti, to perform their bhakti, and he said Jiva Doya and Vaishnava Seva. Told them that serve the devotees, the Vaishnava, and have compassion for every living entity. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said that even the Kanishta Adhikari, he should respect all living entities. And same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the Shishastaka say this, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also in one song he said, knowing that Krishna is in the heart of every living entities, you should respect them and you should give, you should show affection to them. But we are following this, but we see that there are some quarreling between, even between the devotees. One time it happened, two disciples of Bhakti Pradya Keshava Goswami Maharaj. There in Navadip they were quarreling between them with stick. They were beating each other almost. Yeah. Then the devotee went to Bhakti Pradya Keshava Goswami Maharaj. They told him, they are quarreling, please, you stop that. He said, I'm not a judge in the court. They can quarrel whatever they want. They can go then to the court and they can adjust their problem there. I didn't came here to just solve this problem between the devotees. That's what he said to him. And it happened also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Puri, Gopinath Pattanayaka. He was the brother of Rai Ramananda. He also he was serving the king, collecting money for the king. And one time he stole lots of money from the king. And then the king wanted to, the son of the king, he said, okay, we have to put him in jail and we have to kill him because he made this great mistake. And the devotee, they ran to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they told him, please, you save his life, try to do something. And he said, no, I didn't come here for solving this problem. He did a mistake, he has to pay for the mistake he did. I came here to give prem to the people. Again, I came here not to be the judge of this material quarreling. So sometimes we devotee, we go to Gurudeva and they say, Gurudeva, please, I have some problem with my wife. I have some problem with my husband. But usually we also go, before we do the mistakes, we marry, we make children, sometimes we don't marry, we make children, then we go to Gurudeva. Gurudeva, please, this is my family, please bless us. Give us a blessing. Maharaj used to say, the service must be offered before, not after. To be a service must be offered before. So we are a little bit confused about all these kind of things. That's why we need the guidance of the sadhus, to give us some light. We should deliver. We see all the devotees in our line. They were living in such a wonderful environment between them, such a loving exchange of friendship and so loving relationship between them. No quarrels, no problems. In a sense of relationship, or how to deal in the relationships. So we should follow that example. We should be in that line. Actually, we are in that line, but there are all these quarrels. We should live as in the family, for example, like Sitaram, or Savitri and Satyavan. You remember the story of Savitri and Satyavan? This is in Mahabharata, in the Vanapalma. No? It's written this story. There was a king, and this king had no son. His king name was Ashvapati. He had no son, so he made a very, very strict vow. Eating just a little bit once a day, and offering lots of oblation to the fire sacrifice, and chanting 1,000 Gayatri mantra every day. It was very, very strict. And then Gayatri Devi was so pleased that she presented in front of him. She gave her darshan. He said, "Okay, I'm so pleased with what you're doing. What do you want me to do?" And he said, "Well, I want a son because I want to continue my dynasty." And she said, "Okay, I was aware of this, but I spoke with Brahma, and Brahma told me that no, we won't give you a son, but we will give you a daughter, a very beautiful daughter." Okay, so he accepted whatever came from the gods. So they had this daughter who was called Savitri. Savitri is another name of Gayatri, And this Savitri grew up. She was beautiful. She was full of qualities. And the day came that she had to marry. So her father called her and he said, "Okay, you are in a marriage time. Nobody came here to ask for your hand. So please, following the Shastra, you go and search for one person who you can think that is proper for you to marry." And she went to the forest. She went around to just looking for this proper man to marry, along with the minister, in a very beautiful golden chariot. And so, after some time, she came back and she said, "Okay, you know what, Father, I found one man. There is a king that he lost his eyesight, he's blind. And because of this, he left everything and he went to the forest. He's living in the forest as a mendicant with his wife and his son. And I saw this son and I want this son as my husband." Narada Muni was there, was present. And she said, "Oh, no, my God, no. And I said to the king, "Please don't accept this, because she's calling misfortune in her life. Why? Because this son, his destiny is that he has to die in 1 year. He has only 1 year of lifespan." So the father tried to convince her not to marry this son. But Savitri said, "No, you know what? It's like when a father has to divide his wealth to the brother, only once he does this. So at the same time, when a daughter is given to a husband, it happens only once. It's not like nowadays that the father go to the marriage time of his daughter 2, 3, 4 times. Only once it happened, she said. So first we think, then we express our thought, and then we act accordingly. Savitri said to her father. And so in my mind, I already had this determination to marry this man. So please just allow me to do it. And the father said, "Okay. So if this is what you want," because Narada Muni also said yes, if is her determination, just let her doing this. And so she went to the forest with all the dowry, but she gave everything up. She wore like a mendicant, also staying in the forest. She was staying there, and everybody loves her because she was serving. She was like Giovanni, never say nothing to criticize or to complain anything. She was really loved by everybody. But externally she was acting like this, but you can imagine internally she was thinking, the day will come that my husband has to die. So 4 days until this day, she started a vrata. She said, okay, now for 4 days I won't eat anything. And the father-in-law, she said, oh, it's very difficult to stay 3 days and 3 nights without eating anything. No. So better you don't do it. No, I'm determined, I have to do this. I will be blessed for this. And she did it. She did it, and the 4th day was the day that her husband has to die. So she was with this thought in her mind, So she was very, very weak, but still, when her husband had to go to the forest to pick some fruits and some woods for Agni, for the fire, she said, okay, I want to come with you. I never left the ashram, so today I want to join you in this journey. Okay, I want to see the beauty of the surrounding. And she said, okay, he said, but you have to ask permission to your father-in-law and your mother-in-law. Okay, she went and she said, okay, it's 1 year I'm here, I never ask you nothing, please allow me to go and accompany my husband. He said, but we are very weak, go to the forest is very difficult. No, she was very determined. At least eat something, the father-in-law told her. She said, okay, I will eat, but tonight, after I come back. Okay. Seeing her determination, she said, okay, so you go. And she went with the husband, and while in the forest, you can imagine, after 1 year, they are going in the forest for the first time. The husband was very happy, to bring her in the forest, to show everything, the beauty of the forest. And she was externally acting in this way, in a happy way, but internally, she knew that he has to leave the body that day. So can you imagine this quarreling inside? So the moment arrived that after he was finishing cutting the fire, the wood for the fire, he became tired. He said, you know what, today this work gave me so much pain in the body, I have a headache, so I want to rest a little bit. And she said, okay, you sit and rest, And she sat close to him and put, allow him to put his head on her lap. And in this way, he started to die, practically. In fact, Maharaj came with a noose in his hand. The noose is just to bound the soul and take away. And so, thanks to the austerities and the good qualities of Savitri, she could see him and she could speak with him. So I see that you are a divine personality. Why have you come here? Oh, what do you want? So it's time for Satyavan to come. It's the time of his death, so I have to bring him. And with the nose, he bound Satyavan and he took with him. So go away, south direction. And Savitri followed him. Okay, and they started speaking to Maharaj. He said, what is the dharma of a wife to follow proper husband? And now, it is said that after 7 steps together, 2 people became very friendly. So we have just made more than 7 steps. So thanks to this friendship, allow me to talk with you. So can you imagine 7 steps make 2 people friends? In this world, how many times we met with person and just we think, okay, some coincidence is there, we spend some time with there and then everything is finished. No, it's not finished. We made bound with other people continuously. And these bonds can affect our life. Actually are affecting our life. So we have to be conscious of all this, because we have to be conscious on how to deal with others. continuously. No? Anyway, she went away ahead, talking to her about the dharma. The dharma of the wife is to follow the husband, and due to tapasya, due to guru kripa, due to guru bhakti, due to your own blessings, I can talk to you, I can stay with you here. And so, when a person is situated in his own dharma, she said, he can reach the highest goal. So to be situated in one's own dharma can help us reach the highest goal. Once I was with Vishnu Maharaj in Mexico, and the devotees were performing a fire sacrifice in a temple, just to purify the environment. I told him, I asked Vishnu Maharaj, but it is just, is this correct? They are in a temple doing the fire sacrifice to purify the temple where they are doing, they're chanting, they are doing all these kind of activities. Vishnu Maharaj simply said, if one follow his dharma, nothing else is necessary to do. Really. Nothing else. Okay? Very simply. So she said the same to Yamaraj, and Yamaraj was very pleased. His Dharmaraj, So I was very pleased about this. Okay, he said, I'm pleased about your words. So ask one boon, but not the life of your husband. And she said, okay. My father-in-law, he has lost his eyesight. So please restore his eyesight. I said, okay. No problem. Tatastu. But now you go back. You go away. Because now you are tired. No. How can one person be tired when a wife can be tired when she's in the company of her husband? It's not like nowadays. Nowadays, it's more the opposite. How can the wife and the husband not be tired in staying together with themselves? No? So today is the opposite. But anyway, back to Savitri and Satyavan and Dharmaraj. Say how a wife can be tired when he's in the company of her own husband, and how can one be tired of being in association with a sadhu? He said, because you are a sadhu. He said to Dharmaraj, very tricky, the women, very, very smart, He said, you are a sadhu, and how can I be tired? I enjoy the company of the sadhu, and I can reach anything with this association and sadhu. And Dharmaraj, okay, yeah, your words are pleasing very much. So ask another boon, but not the life of your husband. I said, okay, you know what? My father-in-law, he has no son. So please allow him to have 100 sons. I said, okay, no problem. Tatashto, but now you go. Now go. No, first was to restore the kingdom. Yeah, this one was to restore the kingdom, yeah. And then the third one, after she spoke about the glory for Dharmaraj. Say, you are Dharmaraj, thanks to the rules, yama that you have put in this world. The things are going properly. That's why you are called Dharmaraj. So he was flattering him in this way, And he said, okay, so another boon, the third one, And this boon was to give 100 sons to his brother-in-law. And then, still following this, the dialogue is really, really very, very sweet. This I was saying, yeah, Savitri, So now you are too far, so better you go back, How can I'm not too far, I say. I'm staying with you, Sadhu. I'm staying with my husband, I'm not too far. I can, the duty of a wife is always stay with the husband, And, you are treating everyone equally. Everyone. And you have compassion for everyone. So she was still, glorifying Dharmaraj for his qualities, up to the point that she said, okay, now ask for another boon. So the first one was the eyesight of the father-in-law. The second one was to restore the kingdom. The third one was to give 100 sons to the father-in-law. The fourth one was, okay, you know what? We don't have a son. I don't have son. So allow me to have 100 sons with my husband. Tatashto. Oh. So, but now, how can I have 100 sons with my husband without my husband? So it brought Dharmaraj to the point that he has to give life back to Satyavan to may have these 100 sons. And that's what he did. He said, okay, you won. You won. And now you are free to go with your husband. So this is showing us, how this selfless devotion and this sacrifice can allow us really to obtain everything. Selfless devotion and sacrifice in our life. And we need to be tolerant, as Maharaj was saying before. We need to be tolerant. We say so many times this. We need to be tolerant. We need to be patient. We need to have this great faith that Krishna, Guru, Vaishnavas, they are guiding us and to this place of really loving relationships. We are told that we have to be tolerant like the trees. The trees that they never complain. Anything we do to them. When Krishna and Balaram go to the forest in Vrindavan, just to bring the cows to grazing, they do so many things. Krishna doesn't do one thing only per time. One action can give us so many wonderful instructions and enlightenment. And when he goes enter the forest, all the trees, they became beautiful, flowers, fruits, and they bend down when they pass by, like offering their obeisances to Krishna and Balaram. But Krishna, once he glorified the trees. He said, oh, look, Balarama, look how beautiful is this environment. All the trees are so beautiful. They give everything to everybody without asking nothing. They give seeds, they give fruits, they give flowers, they give barks, they give shade. Yeah, they give everything without asking nothing. And we don't have to act less than trees and animals. They are giving everything without asking nothing. It looks like Krishna said to Balarama, they are bending down to offer you obeisance. You are the Lord of the universe, Balarama. So this is the glories of the tree, and Krishna is showing us that we should also follow this example and not being less than the trees. But when we are not tolerant, when we quarrel between each other, we are acting in a manner that is not compared to the trees. Maharaj was saying before, Tinada peace unichana, Tarora peace.
I'm saying, but I'm not practicing.
Come on, Maharaj. You are also helping us and showing us how to practice, and it's beautiful. I'm really very much happy, really, to see this, so many young people coming here. Last night I stay here until 2:30 in the morning, chanting. So this is due to also to your example, Maharaj. And everybody here loves you, but Dhananjaya, no, even Dhananjaya loves you. Yeah. Anyway, not act less than the trees, no? This is the teachings. There was a time, some of you already know this story, that a king was going with his army to a war, and on the path they stopped to rest under a big tree of mango. And in this village, the boy of this village, they used to go and pick up the mango from this tree, throwing stones to the tree. Throw stones, and sometimes you hit the mango fell down, okay? So when all the soldiers were under the tree, and the king also was under the tree, this boy, they went there to pick up some mangoes, and they started throwing these stones, and accidentally one stone hit the king in the eye, and it blinded him. He lost the one eye, and so the soldier they took this boy to the king, and they told him, okay, he made this mistake, and we have to kill him. And the king started reflecting and say, okay, you see this tree, look, they were throwing stones to the tree, and the tree was given a fruit in exchange. I cannot be less than a tree. I have to give something to this boy, and he gave one land for him, for the boy, and for his family. This is a true story, happened in India. So he said, I cannot be less than a tree. Yesterday we were saying, any one of us, we have in our lives, we have so many experiences. We made every day, every moment, we made experiences that are teaching us how to behave properly. Sometimes experience that it seems to be bad, sometimes it seems to be good, but they're all giving us some teachings on how to behave. Why we don't have to take advantage of this? Then, this means to really live in a human form of life, to take advantage of these lessons. Then we have this human form of life that we know all that is very rarely achieved, and we are not taking advantage of these lessons. Plus, we have another more, facility, that is sadhu sangha. We are more fortunate that people that they have this human form of life and they don't have sadhu sangha. So we should take even more advantage of this. We should understand that really we are fortunate. We should, at any moment, we should thank God, and as Maharaj said, we should thank everybody, every servants of God that are allowing us to make this experience in this life. At any moment we should be grateful of everything. We don't have time to quarrel then with anybody. Because if we see everybody as a servant of Krishna who enter in our life to give us a lesson, so how should we see this person or this circumstance? As a guru. How can we quarrel with a guru? But this is what we do. So please, just try to, thank you for giving me this chance to share these words, because they're very useful for me to listen. And we just try to make our bhajan, as Maharaj was saying last night, inside, Okay, externally we can act in a happy mood when we are with devotee. We are always happy. We can express our happiness also in this way. But even when we are alone, we are never alone actually. But try to go inside and to be in touch with yourself and with Krishna inside. Try to be in touch with the instructions of Guru, Vaishnavas, and chant the Maha Mantra in a pathetic mood. Pathetic mood means I'm need. I am in need. I am the one in need. Obviously, we should chant the Maha Mantra because we want to please Krishna. This is the main point, no? We want to please Him, even chanting His name. We don't chant the name because we want something in exchange. But we chant at least understanding that we are in need of chanting it. We are in need of His mercy. We are in need of the mercy of the devotees. We are in need of the mercy of Guru. And even if we don't acknowledge this, this is the truth. We are in need, and they are giving us their mercy. We are here thanks to their mercy. We are having these experiences thanks to their mercy. So thank you very much.
I wanted to ask, where are these two narrations taken from? Srimad Bhagavatam?
Which?
Savitri?
No, this is Mahabharata.
Mahabharata. And the story of the king is?
The story of the king I've heard from a devotee. Satyavan Maharaj referred this, and also other devotees I've heard from them.
This is a history, no?
It's a history.
Historical.
Yes, so it's in some Purana is there.
In some Purana.
Yes.
Because Savitri is also the title of a long poem in long verses by Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, who retold.
Yeah, probably,
He
because they
retold
talk
the
as
story in this poem, which took many years for him to write. He made and remade it, but the story fascinated him. And someone says also Tolkien, the Silmarillion, the story of Beren and Luthien, for those who know Tolkien.
Which son?
The story of Beren and Luthien.
Okay.
That is taken, that is the story of Savitri.
Savitri and Satyavan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because Tolkien, of course, had knowledge of he was not a scientific.
So, we have so many examples, no? Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, in Vrindavan, they were always asking for blessing. Oh Radhe, oh Krishna, where are you? Oh Vishaka, where are you? Please bestow your blessing to us. That's what they were saying. Even it is said that one devotee was living in Radha temple when Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was there. He's a very old devotee. He left the body around 100 years old. He was. So he was there, and during the night, he said, during 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was hearing some plea, some person crying loudly. And then I went one time to see, and it was Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was chanting in front of the Samadhi of Rupa Goswami, was saying, please, Rupa Goswami, give me your blessing, because without your blessing I cannot do anything. He was chanting and crying. So we need the blessing. Jai. Vaishnava Dhoya ki jai. Gourpremanande, Haribol.